Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is a congratulations video to the Tampa Bay Lightning on winning the Lord Stanley last night against the Dallas Stars in Game 6. And what a game it was, to be honest with you. And I'm going to talk about the entire series now. I definitely did not watch and dissect every game because, yes, I am a true fan of hockey and I love watching hockey, but sometimes I got other shit to do, and I'm in school right now, so I wasn't always able to watch the hockey game, but whenever I was able to, I definitely tuned in, and it was definitely a great show. I give it to the NHL, the people that were working in the bubble, and to the hockey players who played that long amount of games, and I know people are saying that, I've seen a couple analysts say, it was easy or whatever. This wasn't easy for the players, being this far away from home, and I could fully understand. When I moved to Calgary, I moved 10 hours away from all my family. I moved away from Oldham, and I had no friends, no family coming to Calgary, and it was weird. And all you had was your friends that you made along the way, and it definitely was a weird experience for the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, which is who we're playing. I guess we're playing against another Tampa Bay Lightning fella as well. I guess everyone's going to be playing as Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, as they won the Stanley Cup, which we did talk about on the podcast, which if you guys haven't checked out the podcast already, you guys should definitely go check it out. I do it with my buddy Mark Jones and Calvin Hector. They're two great, amazing guys. The link will be down in the description below for everything. So if you want to go check out the podcast, it's a great podcast. We have a lot of fun doing it. So make sure to go check it out. It's amazing. We talked about the Stanley Cup Finals, and then we talked about a little bit about the playoffs and stuff like that. Or about the how our teams, all our teams like the Edmonton Oilers, Calgary Flames, and the Vancouver Canucks. We talk a lot about those teams. But anyways, so the Tampa Bay Lightning, I give it to them. They had a great, amazing playoffs. They really did. Every time they lost a game, they stepped it right back up. No matter what happened, they just stepped up and they kept playing hard. And I give it respect to the Tampa Bay Lightning on how well they played, because they played fucking amazing. Kucherov, and especially without their captain and Steven Stamkos, and I feel so bad for the guy. I mean, I'm happy for him now that he's won a Stanley Cup, but just not being able to be there for his team throughout the entire bubble, you really feel like it's your fault, right? You really do feel like that the reason why your team is not really having that much success is because you're being an injury-prone asshole who's taking up a lot of the salary cap. And, I mean, probably that's what he's feeling like, right? He went to the bubble expecting that he might play a couple games, and he only played one. So he definitely took that risk there, just in general, and I have mad respect for him for doing that. I also have mad respect for the entire Dallas team. Go fuck it. No, I'm kidding. I have mad respect for Dallas. You know what? I hate Corey Perry because of the fact that Corey Perry's a dick, and I never wanted to see him win a cup ever again. And I got that wish, but it's at a cost of where they played so hard, and they really did try to win some games and win that cup, but they just were so fatigued, and they just were so exhausted. They had so many injuries. They were missing Fasca, Rope, Hintz. They were missing Ben Bishop. They were also missing one of their defensemen as well. So just a plethora of injuries throughout their entire squad. So it was really a tough one. Oh my God, Vasilevsky's being a fucking god for them right now. But yeah, it was a lot of injuries for that team, and I definitely feel bad for that fact, because Tampa Bay, they were young, they were energized, they were ready to go in that Game 6, and they really were. You just seen how well they played, and especially in the last period there, that was the one that I watched the most, was the third period, and the way that they played defense, and I know a lot of people would probably call that boring hockey, but to me, that's just fun hockey, right? I love seeing the offense, and I love seeing the explosiveness because of an Oilers fan. I always get to see that explosiveness because of McDavid and stuff like that, but when you really watch a nice defensive game, and sometimes, yeah, it can be really repetitive and boring if you're really not, seeing anything, but when you're shutting down, oh my God, is this kid quitting? Or I bet you he's quitting because I'm trying too hard. Yep. Oh, You have lost connection to the EA servers. What the fuck? So, does that mean I lose this game? Because if it does, I'm going to be pissed. I have a good record going right now. Anyways, yeah, just the way that John Cooper kind of set it up, like 1-4 checker in, and then you had 4 guys staying back and playing defense. And I honestly thought it was a really smart idea for John Cooper. You had that 2-goal lead. Why risk it, right? Like, you've seen a lot of plays throughout that Stanley Cup final where you would see a lot of those risk plays from John Cooper with Kucherov and stuff like that, where you would see those guys take a risk and go for it. And you definitely didn't see that a lot in that last and final period. You'd really just seen a shutdown game. And Victor Hedman, all due respect, I love the way that he won the Conn Smythe. And I know a lot of people are like saying Braden Point. I mean, there was a lot of people that could have won that Conn Smythe. Andrei Vasilevsky had a great playoffs. Point was stellar. Kucherov was also great. He had 30 points. And also Victor Hedman. And I think the reason why they gave the Conn Smythe to Victor Hedman, and I think the reason why the media felt so strong about it, was because the guy had 10 fucking goals. Victor Hedman was a real big player for the Tampa Bay Lightning, averaging about 26 minutes a game, which I talked about in the podcast, and we all talked about and said that Hedman was a for sure guy. He deserved this Conn Smythe, and we all agreed on it. Like, we all agreed on that he is the correct guy that won that Conn Smythe, who got 10 goals, and we were talking about the stats, and he's third now for the most goals as a defenseman in the playoffs with 10. Right behind, or in front of him, is Leach and Paul Coffey. Coffey with 13 and Leach with 12. He was 2 goals away from reaching Brian fucking Leach, a guy who's a Hall of Famer, and not just that, Paul Coffey, who was one of the best defensemen in the NHL, right? Like, that's just fucking nuts. So, he's just had a great playoffs, and I think it was a well-deserved Conn Smythe for himself. And yeah, all I'm gonna say is congrats to the NHL on a very successful bubble. No positive test for COVID, which was what they were aiming for, and the bubble did its job. It did perfect the way that they executed it. Now, are we ever gonna see that ever again? Oh, that was a fucking rough hit on Jamie Benn. Are we ever going to see something like this again? No, I don't think we're going to ever see a bubble ever again. Now, maybe that is a possibility. Maybe we will see another bubble. It'll probably be like a hybrid bubble, but who knows what will be happening with this next upcoming season. I will be doing a lot of videos coming up, as we're like 6 days away from the NHL entry draft now, so I got to start planning to make a video on who I think the Edmonton Oilers will be drafting with this upcoming draft, and then I gotta make a free agency preview video. I gotta make a ton of Oilers videos. So there's gonna be tons of stuff coming up. And also on October 1st, which is now, how many days away from it now? Oh, 2 days. Well, yeah, by the time this video is uploaded, yeah, 2 days away from October 1st, which means the spooky horror month will begin with Outlast 2. I'm super excited to upload that video for you guys and to kind of just keep uploading spooky videos throughout October and stuff like that, so that'll be super exciting. And also NHL 21 will be coming out here in the next couple days, so it is going to be a very busy month for myself, and I got a ton of schoolwork to do, so it will be a very exciting time for you guys and also for me. So for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning on winning a Stanley Cup. Adios, amigos.